Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching Concert Junkies, Rob and John. Oh yeah.
And we're live.
Hey guys, what's up?
Howdy.
How you doing?
How's it going?
Going?
How are you on this beautiful Wednesday night?
Doing good.
All right.
Hanging out with you guys.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah. Well, as everyone knows, I'm Fran the Savage of the Savage Ladies and Metal. I am co-hosting with none other than Rob from Concert Junkies. Thank you, Rob.
No problem.
Thank you for having us. And we have Sinister Fate from Chicago with us tonight. How the hell are you guys, man?
Yes. Doing good.
All right. You guys want to introduce
Staying
yourselves to
warm,
everyone?
trying.
That's always a good thing. You want to introduce yourselves to everyone?
All right. Sure. David Bates, vocals and complaints.
Omen, bass.
Mike, I do what David tells me to do.
What's up, Will? And Mike, I love that answer. Otherwise known as Savage. He goes by Savage, but you know he had to cave in because sometimes I forget to stick with nicknames. So I'm calling myself out on that one. So thank you, Mike, for backing me up on that.
Oh, yeah.
So guys, for whoever doesn't know you, tell us a little about your music, your sound, what you guys are about.
We are a horror rock band, sort of like shock rock, I guess, as well. Very Alice Cooper, Motley Crue, Rob Zombie style. Just really dirty, nasty rock.
Yeah, just raw, kind of
Suggestive at times.
all over the place. You know, stylistically speaking, we kind of just whatever comes to mind, we write it.
That's good. And who does the writing in the band?
We all do.
Yeah, it's a team effort. Usually someone will like come up with a riff or something like that and kind of bring it to the band. And then everyone just has their say and kind of puts in their own parts and kind of makes it their own piece too.
Yeah.
That's what makes it interesting.
It's definitely a collaborative writing process.
Okay.
Not one person writes the music.
I am going to adjust my camera, so I apologize. It's a little low. All right.
Nope. So with that said, from the first record to your sixth record, self-growth at all?
Yeah, definitely less. Like the first album into the second were more. The first one was definitely more like punkish, grunge style, like more raw, more basic. And then as we started writing into the second and third album and such, we started implementing more layers and stuff like that. We just natural growth.
Yeah, you can hear like a maturity to it too, just in the music and the lyrics, all of it, just kind of, you know, with the last album. Whereas before we were kind of, we took from like what we love, so horror movies obviously, and just kind of played off that. These last few albums have been a little more just internal and kind of taking from our own self-experiences.
Yeah. A lot of horror movie influence.
What's your favorite horror movie?
You ask me one?
All right, three. Top three.
Top three, Dracula, Bela Lugosi, Night of the Living Dead, and Psycho.
All right.
Okay.
What about you guys?
I'm going to have to go with Phantom of the Opera. Exorcist.
Yeah.
And Hellraiser.
Oh, I forgot to mention Hellraiser. Fuck. I feel ashamed now.
You should be.
Should be.
What about you, Mike?
I don't know if it's necessarily horror, more gore, but Devil's Rejects should be followed up. I don't know if it's kind of a slasher or suspense. Definitely Phantasm. Phantasm was
I haven't seen
one of those.
Oh my god!
Led I know that was a film that led me to discover back, before we had YouTube and before we had the internet. There was a magazine that kind of put together a little subculture called Fangoria, and really, that was the culture. But yeah, definitely, and it's not necessarily a horror film or a comedy, but that dark energy, that vibe, that what makes us and the people we correlate with and understand us, the movie Beetlejuice. Love it.
Fuck yeah. Oh yeah, I love Beetlejuice.
Yeah, we definitely have a very dark humor.
I was actually Lydia for Halloween last year. Remember that?
Yes, I do.
I was
Yes.
Lydia. Yeah. Last like literally in an hour I pulled it off. And I'm like, I just happen to have everything that's black and red. Let's make it happen.
Best color combo out there.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that is like a Tim Burton palette. Black, red, white, weird.
I just love hello.
Green.
It's a thing. It's a lot of people's things. I get it. Do you guys remember Faces of Death?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
That was some killer shit, man.
Yes, I actually have some of the DVDs in that still.
Oh yeah. Some good old classics there. Natalie, I'm glad your computer is working and you can comment. Todd, what's up as always? So yeah, I used to love Faces of Death. I used to watch the hell out of that when it would load really, really damn slow and it was dial up. But I still loved it.
I just remember going to the old like mom and pop fucking video stores and just seeing the wall of horror.
Blockbuster, remember that?
Well, even before Blockbuster,
yeah,
there's a mom and pop shop that was by where I grew up.
Like family, like movie stores and shit.
Yeah, they had like little curtain with all the porn behind there, and you sort of peek behind and shit.
Yeah, now we call now those they still exist. They're just porn stores now.
Yeah, now they're just porn stores. But I remember going to those mom and pop shops and looking at all the horror movies and seeing like the Faces of Death and all these like weird fucking like Dead Alive and these really obscure weird fucking movies that are just out there from beyond.
But you could not help but watch them. I get it.
Oh, you just look at the covers and you're like, oh my god, I don't know what the fuck this is about, but I wanna watch it.
Right.
I just wanted to watch it because my parents told me no.
Yeah, every time they told me no, it was a yes. I didn't listen to shit.
You can't do that.
Anyway, we're moving on. You guys have a new album.
Yes, we do.
You want to tell us about it?
Wait, are you talking about the live album, or are you talking about the live album, or are you talking about the before the live album?
Before the live album.
Before.
Yeah, that one.
The
that one we put
release.
out the official release. We
Yes.
did that. Is it almost a year and a half now? Was it 2020?
Yeah.
How long ago?
2020.
2020.
Yeah, during the pandemic.
A year ago Halloween.
Yeah. Well, your most recent single released is "The Broken Minds, Damaged Hearts."
Yes.
Yep.
And how'd that come about? That's I mean, I love your music regardless. I see the beautiful pain that's in there. I get it.
How did that album?
A lot of
come
anger.
About?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It came about out of anger, spite, depression.
That album was like probably a good 4 or 5 years in the making for pretty much all of us.
Yeah.
It's personal to a lot of us just because we had all gone through some shit at that point. And so this being the first album in that time frame was kind of like our release. So you hear just a bunch of, you hear a bunch of that in there, that anger, that spite about it, the depression kicking in, and just overcoming all that shit.
You got that.
Yeah.
Mike, can you hear us? Is he frozen?
I can hear you.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if he was frozen tonight, man. You stood perfectly still. All right, so your inspiration is obviously just life, the depression.
Yeah,
you're going through and shit like that.
There was a lot of that. The lyrics were based off of certain personal experiences of my own that were very public in some ways. So I think everybody sort of was expecting me to sort of write something a little more personal, and
Absolutely.
there is some
What's up,
personal stuff in
David?
there.
Yeah,
But
I get that.
But I try to be when I write my lyrics, though, I try to be sort of vague a little bit because I think if you give too much away, then you take from the mystique.
Hmm.
So like I try to vague it as much as I can, but there's a lot of truth in the lyrics and there's a lot of truth in the music.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So, what is your favorite song from the album that you like to play specifically?
Oh God.
Mike, you go first.
My favorite song to play off the album, to play out like live, would probably be, honestly, Damaged Goods. I relate the lyrics real strongly, and when we were putting it together, I kept joking with Dave. I was gonna put a tribal Viking war drumming piece, and I accidentally kind of did it in the early part of writing the song. And at the beginning of the song, in my mind, when you hear that drum line again, is I'm there. And Rico just mentioned stuff, like not just in that moment where we all going through stuff at the same time, but like he said, God gone back, there was things resurfacing. It was almost like a for all of this album. So Damaged Goods for me, my favorite probably to play out live. If I had to pick, my favorite song on the album, and I've that favorite for different, believe it or not, World the Road. It was our first push, and so I'll always love that. Man, the whole album speaks. David was at times typically, I thought he was in my brain, like screaming for me too. That just makes me put more intensity, in the percussion, and it locks in really well.
That's cool. Okay, is he the only one that's choppy? For me, am I the only one that's getting choppy?
Yeah,
No,
Yeah, it's getting choppy.
Oh, okay,
Mike,
I was
there's a
getting
glitch
just
in
a
the
few words. I
matrix.
was trying to get through it, but I did understand most of it.
Mhm.
It's Damaged Heart is your favorite, right? Yeah.
Damaged Goods.
Okay. Oh, Damaged Goods. I'm sorry. So do you guys feel that COVID slowed you guys down at all, or did it help you?
no, I think it helped.
Yeah. Why? What did you guys start doing different in COVID that you didn't do before?
No, I think for starters, part of it was we actually, we didn't slow down when COVID hit. Yeah, I mean, we played our last show right as the shutdowns happened, and then
actually, we played the night that we played a Sunday, and like when everything went super shut down, it happened literally that Monday. So we were like one of the last shows to play, like I believe in Chicago. Like
I remember
just,
that.
We were
everything shut down, and we were like the last.
Oh my God, what was it? You guys had a specific headline for that night, and it couldn't have been more perfect. The hell was it? I remember seeing that.
I know we played Exit. We were playing Exit in Chicago.
Yeah, we were in Chicago, and as we were on stage, the Oregon shutdown technically had commenced because midnight had come.
Right.
And of course, here we are on stage. We may have been the last live act to be performing as shutdowns commenced, at least in the morning. So perfect for World in Ruins, right?
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was actually
great timing. Hell yeah.
That was actually the first single off our new CD, and I thought it was very appropriate.
Yeah, and then of all the things we come out with, the whole friggin', we debut that song, and then what? Like months later, shit hits the fan for everywhere. It was fucking insane. But I mean, we took that time and we just started really kind of fine tuning the stuff, getting it ready to record. We pretty much spent that summer. I was off my job was shut down at that time, so I was off. So I had the time to go in, and we were able to like get in the studio, start recording, get that album ready. So I mean, we got that album knocked out in what, probably about 4 or 5 months, something like that.
Or something like that, yeah.
Which
Oh,
I mean,
a lot we anticipate.
yeah.
Like we flew, we were flying, and I don't mean like we heard the writing, but we were prepared and we went in there. But man, when we go record, we got a gentleman who records our music, and he really brings it back out for us. And I can't speak enough of it, but that's it was Stock Palette Studio, so check that out.
Yeah.
Matt
Sonic,
Mercado.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Yeah.
right. And yeah, he's something special to work with. My past experiences recording, especially being in thrash metal, it was like a big fight. And everything was just rigid and tense. You go in with Matt, it's like get relaxed. You feel chill, and you let it flow, and he'll guide you. He'll help you. I feel like I'm a better drummer when I work with Matt, and that's the only way I can put it. So that was my experience with the actual recording. But the writing process was that you're hearing what we live, and Matt just helped us polish it up to show the world.
Yeah, we've been recording with Matt since like pretty much the beginning. We've recorded with him at least 4 or 5 times, I want to say. We did the first album, the second album. We did a couple singles with him. We did this last album with him. So we've recorded with him quite a few times. So he sort of knows our sound. He sort of knows what our limitations are, and he knows to push just right and to get the best performance out of us. Sometimes he's an asshole, but I mean, he does it with
That's
love.
sometimes what you need too,
He does
Yeah.
it with love.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need that kick in the ass.
Yeah. We all do. We all do. Hey, Rob, I'll step aside for a few. I kind of stepped in and just kind of took over. I apologize. You want to hit them
That's
up with
okay.
you?
Okay, so hard question here. What do you want to leave as your legacy? Not musically, you as a person.
I hope to inspire before I expire.
That's a good
I
answer.
like that.
See, that's tough because for me, it's
Yeah.
like ever since I became a musician, it was just one of those things that was like, for me, using music to express myself, and music helped me through those dark times. So using music as a voice, as a way of helping others through that as well, has always been my goal.
Okay.
I think for me, you talk about what we leave behind. I thought about that a lot in life, actually. Anything I did when I was in the military, or stuff I stood up to challenge myself as a boxer, whatever it would be, outside of music. Like Omen, music is pretty much everything to me. Then I had, and I'm gonna tell you, my son and daughter, that's I want to make sure that they get through life being good. And I think if this world needs anything right now, it's a good fucking person. Forget all the religion, forget all the politics, forget all the crap, forget all the violence. Be good. And that's what I want to instill in that. Be yourself, man. Don't care. We're in a world right now where it's like people are afraid to be themselves again. And I hope that my part of this band, especially being a shock rock, that's what I'm trying to help. Fuck the status quo. Be yourself. Be you. People don't like it, they can suck it. The people who love you, they'll be. And that's what I need, that my children.
We lost you, Mike.
Yeah, his shit's really
Oh,
choppy.
I am.
Yeah, dude.
I'm in the middle. I live in Wadsworth, Illinois. Out. Who's ever
Yeah,
even
he's
heard
in
of
the
that?
middle of nowhere. That's right. You're closer
Yeah.
to Wisconsin, which is like Boondock, Illinois.
Yeah.
All right, so come back on the playback. That's long story short. My kids. Outside of music, my kids.
All right. Mike only gets yes or no questions.
Mike, skip to the end.
He's all blurry.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
I've seen this
All right.
movie before. I know how this ends. I find Rico in a closet all.
Where is Rico? Rico is another member, and he is not with us.
Hi.
No, he's Rico.
No, not Rico.
Talk about Joey.
Not Rico. What's his name? Not Rico.
Joey?
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm looking right at you when I'm saying it too, which is funny. Your other member. Who are we missing?
Joey.
Yeah,
We're missing Joey.
Joey. Yes, he's got hair like
Joey,
me.
I don't know where he's at. He's
got a lot of hair like me.
somewhere.
Yeah. Well, hi Joey, wherever you may be.
Yes.
Rob, you want to go? Or you got a few more?
No, I got a couple.
Hit it.
Desert Island scenario here. Top 5 CDs you bring with.
Top 5. Black Sabbath. We sold our soul for rock and roll. That like greatest hits, where it's like their first like 4 or 5 albums.
Okay.
Probably Alice Cooper, $1 Billion Babies. Typo Negative, Bloody Kisses.
Nice.
I know it's an EP and it's really short as fuck, but like 9 Inch Nails, Broken.
Okay.
And then I'd say Nirvana, Nevermind. I bring that
Okay.
one.
All right.
Good solid choices.
Kiss Alive.
Which one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Dude, what are they even up to anymore?
I said
I know.
alive. There's only one alive.
You got to pull out
Okay.
3 options.
The proper
All right.
one. My
Let's
man.
get to the accurate one.
The proper one.
Motley Crue, Dr. Feelgood. Couple to Our Roots. Probably Ministries Twitch.
Okay.
And that's a tough one. If I want to go new metal, I would probably say Slipknot's first album, their self-titled, or going back into like the industrial realm, KMFDM Naive.
So you're saying Slipknot's first album over Iowa?
Don't get me wrong, Iowa's great, but I mean, the first album was what introduced me, kind of deal, you know?
Okay. Like every album is good, but I'm just
Mike?
saying like over. I think Mike's frozen.
Oh, we could answer for Mike.
All right.
Pantera,
Bro. Pantera, Slayer, Seven Dust.
Yes.
Oh,
Godsmack,
Godsmack.
and Miley
Oh, there he
Cyrus.
is. There he is.
Pantera in the Steel. Pantera, Cowboys from Home. Testament, Practice What You Preach. Definitely that one. And man, it's a tough one. Led Zeppelin 4, man. Like it's only 5 I can pick though. So I would want to pick more. I would want
You only get 5,
definitely some
Mike.
Iron Maiden in there.
Don't be
some
Rico
God
and
in
answer
there.
like 7 or 8.
Maybe some
Well, don't limit.
some Celestial Serpents.
Yes or no questions, Mike.
I feel like I'm gonna sneeze, and it's just like
That was
fucking with me right now. Is he frozen again? It happens.
I meant to hit.
Say what?
Oh, that's great.
It just went off. Sorry.
Oh, my allergies are all of a sudden kicking my ass.
See, we gotta apologize. See, our drummer, his phone is sort of weird because he downloads a lot of weird porn. So his phone, it runs. He's got a lot of viruses. It runs slow. Like it just weird porn, even by my standards, weird. But that's
Okay.
so we apologize for this.
And we don't kink shame, but that's saying something.
You know what? One of his favorite Nicolas Cage movies is 8mm. I would sit right there with him. I'm just saying. It's kind of dark and
Or
twisted.
whatever you do, just don't go through his Google history, okay? That's a rabbit hole you do not want to go down.
It depends what kind of shrooms I'm on. I don't know. So,
Definitely not if you're on shrooms. Holy shit!
right?
Yeah, there's some shit. There's some shit you can't unsee at that point.
All right, so you guys are like horror rock, horror metal. Do any of you have an obsession with blood or a fetish for it? Which is the same thing, actually.
Blood or no? I've done blood play and I've had weird experiences with it. So I don't really play with blood. I actually cut myself open before this interview actually started. Somehow I don't know what the fuck I did.
And how did that make you feel?
Could you smell it? I mean,
do you want me to?
I mean, you can. See, right there. I don't know how, like that's why I kept like I just happened to look down and my hand was covered. I'm like, oh, well that's awkward. Let me just pretend. All right, no, nobody sees me covered. Oh, that's cool. No, I don't deal with blood. I have no problem with blood. I've just not a kink.
What about you, Rico?
Yeah, I mean, it's not something that it's like a turn on or anything like that. I mean, blood happens, whatever.
The reason why I ask is because I've noticed on pretty much all your albums, I mean, there's always something blood affiliated. There's always either it's just in a picture or there's a lot to do. Huh?
Is there, Rico?
I mean, okay, I'll give her that. For the last two, I'm looking at like the albums right now. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Maybe not so much Hellbound.
You know what? It's not always a bad thing, Did it just how does that come about? Like did it just blood just blood draws more attention to the album, or it brings more of that in-depth pull that you want people to be grabbed by?
I mean, blood is definitely a part of the horror genre and everything. I mean, obviously. I didn't actually notice until you actually mentioned it, that there's a lot of blood in our albums and stuff. I don't know if that's subliminal to me or I don't know.
So you know what's gonna happen now. You're gonna get off the podcast later. You're gonna be like, all right, what did this bitch just do? You're gonna start
What is she talking about? All right, now to spite the next album, there's gonna be no blood on it.
That's it. The next album's called Friendless. That's what we're calling it.
Then I'll get mad. Okay. So let's see. Where's that one question I was gonna ask? So based on the whole blood thing, have you guys done any shows with blood rituals or anything like that?
Define ritual.
Dance, actions, you name it.
Big
sacrifices.
I mean,
we haven't done any sacrifices. No virgin sacrifice. I don't know if there's any virgins left in Chicago.
If they are, they're not hanging around with us.
No, they're avoiding us.
Any kind of stage acts or anything?
I mean, I've done. There's been a couple times, more than a few times, I've done where I've staple gun things to myself, or earlier years. What's that?
You just did the suspension.
Yeah, you were recently swinging by some wires at your last show, weren't you?
Yeah, I had big hooks in my back and I was swinging by my flesh, so that was fun.
How long did you do that for? What'd that feel like?
I was up there for 2 songs, I want to say, roughly.
So probably about 10 minutes or so.
Yeah,
something like that. It's a very interesting experience. all your adrenaline gets going, your endorphins, you're just hyped, and it's a type of high that's, it's a natural high. Like, I don't know how to describe it. Like,
Euphoric.
yeah, it's very euphoric.
Yeah.
You can. I use it. I guess you could say it's a sort of a ritual type thing, where, like, just to expel negativity. And I like, after the past like 3, 4, or 5 years, I've had so much built up inside, and after the suspension, I felt a lot of it just lifted off. So I was very happy for for the rest of the night. I was happy as fuck. But then, the after effect, or
Coming
the
down,
afterwards, the next day or 2, 3, your back is sore. It's hard to move.
What's the healing process like on that?
I'm fine now. Like, there's
Now?
still, like, I still got marks and stuff. Like, but like, it's not that long to heal, honestly. But like, the next, in the next day or so, you're fucking emotional as fuck, and like, just every emotion is going through your body at once. So there's that after. But
There's after effects, I guess.
yeah, I've done it. I've done suspensions at least 3 or 4 times, and then I've done, like, just hook. They call it an energy pull, where they just put the hooks in your back, and somebody's just pulling the fucking ropes as you're walking forward, and it's just so like that. So that I've done a bunch of times as well. So it's nothing really new to me.
So is that just like an occasional thing that you do once every couple of years, or is there something that makes you feel that you need to go to that level to release yourself?
Yeah, after like a certain point, like, the build up, after, like I said, after the past 3, 4, 5 years or so, it's just been a build up of negativity, and a lot of shit I had stewing inside, and I was definitely overdue, and I knew I hadn't suspended in, I want to say, like 3 years, 4 years. So it's been a while. So I felt I needed to. So, and I was like, well, it was my birthday that day, and it was, we were celebrating Mike's birthday as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, why not just fucking go all out? And we did it in Round Lake, which they were not really prepared for that, because they didn't really know how to deal with that, which was funny.
Surprise!
Surprise, motherfuckers!
Did you guys have like tarp underneath you? I mean, how bad was the blood? Were you just like?
I didn't bleed. You honestly don't bleed. You don't bleed that much.
Really?
Like, I had a couple of, like, drips that went down my back, but other than that, like, nah, it's not that bad at all.
Did you have anything underneath you? God forbid.
No. Like, honestly,
no padding, no nothing.
No. Nope. If anything, the blood. If I do bleed, I think maybe once I've sort of bled, and it all caught, like, on my pants and stuff. So, like, it just soaked up right away.
Well, I'm saying
there's no drippage, sir.
No, but I'm saying more of the fact of, God forbid, you fall.
Oh,
do you have anything underneath you?
No, it's just the floor.
So no padding whatsoever.
No.
How high were you up off the ground or off the stage?
I wasn't that high off the ground. I don't know, 3 feet, 2 feet.
Oh, that's not too bad. Any fear of your skin just getting ripped, on accident by the hook? Because, I mean, you got to get hooked. Is that like a nice solid hook? There's like a weight limit.
Oh yeah, it's
300 pounds.
It's a very solid hook. The chances of your skin ripping are very, very, very slim, unless you have somebody who does the hooks for you that's completely fucking stupid about it. There's a lot of amateurs that will do it, and that's how. Right. If anything, when people see, like, I honestly haven't seen any suspension stuff where, like, it's completely ripped off. Like, I've seen tears. Like, if people do it, because people can do it. You can do it from your back. You can do it from your throat. You could do it from your knees. You could do it from the back of your calves, the back of your calves and your back. It's called a Superman. So you basically look like fucking Superman. I'm trying to think where else you can do it from. You're getting pretty. Your skin is very.
I'm just like picturing
anywhere where skin, I mean, yeah.
Your skin is very elastic.
Yeah.
So having your skin tear is not really realistic.
Right.
Like I said, unless it's done very, very improperly. But even then, there's just tears. It won't rip off the bone or anything like that. So
how did you get the idea of doing that?
What's that?
How did you get the idea of doing that? Were you watching Jackass one night, or you were
Actually,
watching you went fishing?
suspensions have been around for hundreds of years.
Wow. Yeah.
It's a ritualistic thing. A lot of ancient tribes and stuff would do that as a test of your manhood, or stuff of that nature. It's very a trial by fire. It's actually been around longer than a lot of people realize. Like I said, it's more like real ritualistic and like trial, like manly trial shit.
Okay.
Like I believe Native Americans did it, Aztecs. I think who else? A lot of ancient cultures used to do shit like that.
So Rico, is this something you would like to get into, or have you?
I have not.
Goals?
Maybe. You know, like for me at first, it wasn't so much about, putting a needle through my skin. I got plenty of piercings and tattoos to prove I'm not afraid of that. But it was about like,
that's a whole different kind of piercing.
Once you start, yeah, exactly. Once you start seeing the skin pull, at first I was kind of like queasy about it, but I've gotten around to being a little more like normalized to it at this point. So I mean, maybe in the future, it's just not something that I'm planning at anytime soon.
He laughs.
Actually, if you want to hear a quick funny story, at the suspension that I just did, so nobody was really used to what it was. So I was high, I was like when I was up there, I kicked my feet up, so my feet are like sort of up, so I get more height that I'm swinging. I'm just swinging like crazy, and just my piercer Kaz, he's the guy who does the suspensions and that. He's just fucking throwing me around, just. So I know there's videos on Facebook and stuff we posted where you just see me fucking whipping around and just people are just like, so when he went to cut me down, I have the hooks. There's I'm trying to describe how the hooks are, but the ropes, they're all held by like one rope, and then the one rope, basically that's once you cut it, I drop. So nobody knew I was going to drop. So the first time that it happened, I was up and like Kaz, he's standing in front of me. He's like, all right, he's got his shoulders on me. He's like, all right, I'm gonna cut you down. 3, 2, 1, and he just cut it, and I dropped a fucking sack of potatoes, and it just makes a loud because I had my big boots on, so it was just wha! And apparently my cousin told me that like at least 4 or 5 people just as soon as I fucking dropped, because it was so quick and so sudden, nobody saw it coming, that everybody just went and just like nope, and then turned away and walked away.
We're not looking. Imagine
wasn't the hooks that the drop that scared the shit out of them.
But you know what? That's entertainment though. And
I thought after hearing it, I thought it was funny as fuck.
On the stage, and that's what grabs people. It's like even if it's not what you're into, you can't stop but go.
Oh yeah, no, it's like watching a train wreck happen.
Yeah.
I mean, with us, it's like you see it same with the grinder, where we'll start doing the grinder, and then like everyone's like, I can't look away, but they're afraid to come up.
Yeah.
Which, it's funny to me because I'm like, Dave, hit me in the face with the grinder.
Yeah, I'll shoot the sparks on them. I'll shoot the sparks on like Mike and everybody. Like you can't set anybody on fire. It's not technically a pyrotechnic. It's not. You can't set anything on fire.
It's not really looked at in a positive thing right now.
Yeah, they're cold sparks.
Might be one or two problems.
Great White fucked it up for all of us.
God damn it, Great White.
Well, what they did was they were doing indoor pyrotechnics or outdoor pyrotechnics indoors.
Yeah.
So they're doing like fucking these flamethrowers in like 6 feet ceilings. That was a fire was going to happen. It was a matter of when.
Right.
I mean, I can eat and breathe fire, but I'm not. I can't do it indoors because they'll just be any venue will just be like the fuck you will, which has been said to us a couple of times.
Yeah.
I mean, Wisconsin, for some reason, Wisconsin has no problem with us. So we've done fire indoors at Wisconsin, like
because cheese does not smell good burnt.
No.
Okay. Don't fuck with their cheese, man.
But occasionally, sometimes I'll just fuck with the audience too, and I'll shoot the sparks at them. So I got good aim, so I can fucking I can if I want to hit you with the sparks, I'm gonna hit you with the sparks. It's just a matter of
Don't do it to me. My hair is very flammable. Don't do it. I do need a haircut.
You're just tempting me.
You know what? I will tackle your ass. I will body slam you. Don't do it.
What do Fran and Gene Simmons have in common?
All right, so do you guys what shows you guys got coming up? You got a few things coming up for you guys.
We do. Our next show is going to be March 19th, I believe. It's at Magoo's out in Bedford Park. We're playing with some friends of yours, the Psychobilly Death Clowns.
Yes.
Okay, I didn't fuck up their name. Yes.
Psychobilly Death Clowns. Yes, they're out of Rockford. I absolutely love those guys. They're a trip and they're crazy looking. And they have a killer fucking sound. You know, it's like it's like a trifecta of what the fuck. Just you can't not like you guys, you can't stop watching. You know?
Yeah, so we're really stoked to play with them. We think that'll be real fun. And then a band called Witch Cross. So, and then I'm trying to think what other shows we got. We have a bunch in April coming up.
Yeah. Cubby Bear.
Yeah, we're playing Cubby Bear. I believe that's. I'm just gonna grab my phone and look at the fucking dates. I'm not gonna even try to like remember this shit because I'll just fuck it up. I know it was at April 2nd. We're at Brower House. Okay, here we go.
And who are you playing with at Brower House?
We're playing with Wonderlick, Black Market Democracy. Escapes me who the other band is, honestly. I think just one other band, but I believe it's like a show for like fathers' rights and stuff like that. So it's got a purpose.
Okay. That's cool. Oh yeah.
Yes. Yes, for fathers' rights and that. Convoy, yeah. And we're playing with Convoy. And that is the April 2nd at Brower House. And then we've got a show with Wednesday 13. Actually, before that, April 16th is our show with Wonderlick again and Nostradamus. It's their CD release show.
Yeah.
And that's one of Cubby Bear.
That's a Cubby Bear. That should be fun as long as Mike remembers his ID. And then April 20th, so 4/20, we're playing with Wednesday 13 out at the Hobart Art Theater.
Wow.
Yeah, it's going to be a killer show.
So that'll be fun.
Unfortunately, we're playing 420 out in Indiana where it's illegal. That's the irony of it.
Is it illegal out there?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Indiana has not caught up yet. They're slacking.
No.
It's Indiana. I mean,
whereas in Illinois, we're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that so far that's it. And then May we're taking off the month. Joey is actually he's gonna be going on tour with his dad's band. I believe they're going on tour with Yngwie Malmsteen.
Yep.
Is that who it is? Yeah. So May is gonna be, we're not doing anything with May, which I'm fine with because we got a bunch of shows in April. We got a lot going on. So May is just sort of like, all right, let's relax and not overexpose ourselves, I guess.
Right.
And then, June and such, we'll start booking some stuff soon. Got a couple ideas.
So you guys share the stage a lot with Wonderlick. I'm starting to wonder about that lick now.
I don't know what you've heard.
Never thought I'd say that, but I'm starting to wonder because you keep going back for more.
Sinister lick, yeah. We have fun. I love those guys in Wonderlick. Like we all got the same sort of weird, fucked up sense of humor, and we just get along really, really well. So
and the singer of Wonderlick is Dan, who is also the Illinois chapter president of the Georgia Metal Alliance.
Yes, he is.
GMA. Really, really cool guy. Beast mode.
Him and his girl, they're fucking awesome.
Oh, I fucking love her. She double. Every time I see that bitch, we both go and we just start fucking. She hits guys and beats the hell out of them in a pit. I just watch her just bounce off them like they're nothing, and she just smiles. And she kicks the shit out of them. It's great. I love her. They're a great couple. A lot of fun. Definitely a lot of fun. I did book them also before for a show too.
Yeah, their fucking sound is awesome. They're a fun, high energy band. Like they can keep up with us, so that's important. So there's only like a handful of bands we really get along with, and
Right.
like we just like to do a lot of shows. With Nostradamus is another one.
Mhm.
You know, we'd have we like to play with bands that we like.
Yeah, they're really cool guys too. I finally got to see them at Penny Road before Penny Road shut down. And I finally got to meet them, and it was like, man, it's about time. You know, it was really cool. I almost missed them, but I had to work late. Work is always an issue, so I apologize for everyone for always missing the first half hour, an hour of everything. Okay. First time late for a podcast. That has not happened. I apologize. It was a new job today. I'm sorry.
It's all good. Yeah, Steve-O actually used to come to Sinister Fate shows at Nightcap when he was underage, and he used to sneak into our shows to check us out and shit. So it's sort of funny.
Yep.
That's so funny.
Fuck, we're old.
I miss Nightcap.
Young. He's a baby. He's still young.
He is. He's such a young kid.
Rob, you got any questions?
Yes.
Good. I can look more.
Last Supper scenario. Who's at your table? 12 people.
12 people.
This question is beautiful for you guys.
Well, let me ask one question though. Who's getting crucified though? So I hope it ain't me, because if it is me, hold on, I don't want to go. 12 people. Anybody of my choosing?
Anybody.
If
Yeah.
Anyone alive, dead, like
anybody, live, dead, musicians.
Ooh. Okay.
Jesus.
Non-musician, friends, whatever.
And
I see all my friends all the fucking time. I'm gonna
No
choose,
animalistic responses, please.
I'm gonna choose
Yeah.
12 people. I'm gonna choose 12 people. Fucking. I see Rico all the time. I don't fucking want him sitting at my table.
I call it.
You're one of the last motherfuckers he wants to see.
Like, you think I want to see you? Like, all right, my 12.
That's-
Lemmy, David Bowie,
Mhm.
Okay.
Peter Steele, George Romero, Alfred Hitchcock,
Hell yeah.
John Waters. Well, fuck it. If I'm gonna have John Waters, I'm gonna have Divine then. Fuck. David Tennant, because I fucking love Doctor Who. Elvira, obviously.
Okay.
Now, is she an apostle or is she going to be your Mary Magdalene?
Oh, she'll be my Mary Magdalene, that's for sure.
Mhm.
Okay.
3 more. Fuck. John Aston, or you might know him as the original Gomez Adams.
Mhm.
Okay.
Bela Lugosi and Boris Karloff.
Nice.
My table's fucking weird, man.
Yeah, no, you know what? That's the beauty of it. Hell yeah.
I should add this with this. What are you serving?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Whatever these crazy motherfuckers want. Open fucking buffet.
Not the body of David.
No, not the body of David.
I mean, to do fairness, I could change some things right now. Fuck, okay. Yeah, obviously Bowie. Freddie Mercury.
Ooh.
Actually,
can I chase one? I hate.
No, you had your chance. Go fuck
No,
yourself.
I'm gonna take out the original Gomez Adams. I'm gonna put Hunter S. Thompson in there.
Ooh.
Now we're gonna have a party. All right, go ahead.
I still want Gomez knocking at the door trying to get in.
Right.
With thing besides him.
Nikki Sixx. Shit. Who else? Odd one, but this guy is just, how he has not gotten like presidential acknowledgement. Gary Sinise. You gotta get
Valid.
this guy.
Valid.
He's fucking badass.
Oh, yeah.
Lieutenant Dan ice cream.
Jedi. Speaking of Jen Nye, it's my friend Jen Nye's birthday today. Happy birthday, girl. I know you're probably
Yeah, happy
like
birthday.
at home passed out drunk or at a bar drunk somewhere. Okay.
Chris Farley needs some comic relief there.
Mhm.
Um, I always half jokingly say this, but Scarlett Johansson,
Okay.
Elizabeth Olsen.
Okay. Hey, everybody needs a little sunshine in their life, right?
Yeah. I get 2 Mary Magdalens.
Mhm.
Why have one, right?
I got Elvira and Divine,
mean-
bro.
Huh?
I have Elvira and Divine.
All right, fair. Fuck. Prince. Prince would be another great one.
Oh, damn, I forgot about Prince.
Lemmy, of course.
Mm.
Let's see. Trying to think. Great movie stars. Oh, Mark Hamill.
Okay.
Huge Star Wars fan. So, in
Mhm.
Choice.
fact, make all 3 of them. Mark Hamill, Carrie Fisher, Harrison Ford. Like the trifecta. All
There
right.
you
So
go.
what's that? Like 9 right now. So 3 more.
So is Carrie Fisher your Mary?
That's you did 3 more, Rico. 3 more.
Oof. Oh, that's tough. Okay.
I think it's the first time somebody actually went through 12. Everyone just names a handful.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah,
it. Somebody's actually
I'm
coming
having
up with
problems trying
12. Thank
figure
you.
out
You're putting some
three of
thought
my-
into this shit.
Trying to think who else would be good on that list. Damn. That is tough. Fuck. Probably just to round it off then, say fuck it and go with John Paul Jones, Robert Plant,
Yeah.
and Jimmy Page.
Mm.
I'd add John
Okay.
Bonham in there, but I'm not a drummer, so
That's a beautiful way to end that lineup.
Yeah.
That is beautiful. Oh yeah. All right. So, other than a few other shows, you guys have anything planned for 2022? Anything else coming up?
We're writing new material. We the idea or the goal is to have a new CD by 2022, by like
Mhm.
summer. That's the idea. We'll see.
Mhm.
We're currently we're writing
Wait.
in the writing process and just
2023, not 2022.
what 20. I
Working
thought
on
we were
writing it. We'll have the new CD out next year.
Yeah.
Okay.
So definitely we want to do some like next year and the year after, like some more more touring, more out of state stuff, going along. Maybe either go south like Texas and New Orleans and shit like that, or maybe even go east and do New York and go out that way, Philadelphia. But yeah, just like writing. We're just writing a new CD, writing a bunch of new stuff, come up with new ideas, different stage show type stuff. So just maybe do some more touring, more playing out of state.
Yeah, you guys just recently toured a few months ago. You got back, didn't you?
Yeah, we
Like
did
not
a
even
little,
a few months ago. It was a little, not just less than a couple months ago.
yeah, it was December, so about 2 months ago, give or
Where'd
take.
you guys go?
We went out West Coast. We played a couple shows. We played one at LA. We played a Whiskey a Go Go, and then we played
Nice.
out in Arizona. We played this one like
Blues
little
Bar.
yeah, blues bar. It's like one of those cool like dive sort of bar things. It's got like fucking great vibe, great atmosphere. The dude Adam who put us on the show is really cool. Like it was just overall an awesome experience, and I like playing the little hole in the wall dive bars. Like they just got better. Everybody's more real, and everybody's just really like like
Yeah.
the vibe's always better.
Mhm.
Because we've done some shows where you play like these bigger venues like House of Blues or something like that, and it's like, all right, it's cool, it's fun, you're playing big places, yay. But like the more intimate shows are the more fun, I feel.
That's cool. So, are there any what venues do you still have you not played that you would really love to hit that stage soon?
Chicago, we sort of done a lot of them. Like I'd like to play the Vic just because. Like I think the Vic would be fun to play. I don't. Is the Aragon still open, or I haven't really heard
I'm
much
not
from it.
100 on that. You know, I think it is actually. I think it is. I think I've seen sporadic. I've got some sporadic messages regarding it, but nothing.
Yeah, at this point, it's hard to tell because like
Nothing that's really pushing me to put out. I mean, you know, if I get any messages from anyone, it might be just an update, and sometimes it's like, what does that mean? You know?
Yeah, I haven't really like. I know a lot of the bigger venues like Aragon and that aren't really doing.
Right.
I don't even think House of Blues is doing anything right now.
Once
Are
it's
they?
up and running, I wouldn't mind playing the new double door. That'd be
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, I wouldn't mind playing your double door. In a perfect fun world, I would love to play Rosemont Horizon. I think that would be fun. I'm sorry, the Allstate Arena.
Oh, yeah.
It's still Rosemont Horizon to me.
Yeah.
But that's like one of those like bucket list ones where every time
Yeah.
I'll drive by it, I'm just like, maybe. I
Maybe
don't care. I don't fucking care if I'm playing like, opening for whoever for fucking 15 minutes just to play at Rosemont Horizon. I'd be happy with that.
I would love to see you guys share a stage with Rob Zombie.
I think that'd be fun.
Oh, that'd be
Yeah.
real fun.
I would love to see that.
The one I would love to open for is Alice Cooper. Obviously, I would
Yeah.
really love to. Like, I got to hang out with him at the Days of the Dead horror convention and just sort of talk with him a little bit and just sort of pick his brain and just have it was a fun conversation. And I even gave him. I don't. He probably used it as a fucking coaster, but I don't. I gave him a CD just because.
Okay.
I was like, dude, you were a huge influence on us. You know, the style of what we do and everything like that. A lot of misconceptions is because I had I had like the white contact stuff like that. We're very Marilyn Manson influenced, and that's not even close. Like if anybody we're ripping off Alice Cooper, but everybody rips him off. I mean, it doesn't matter. Rob Zombie or fucking Us or Wednesday 13 or any fucking shock rock band. They took it from Alice did it first. So to open for Alice, that would be like a bucket list.
Yeah. That'd be cool. What was your favorite venue or bar that you've played?
I think I'll say the whiskey. I'll go with the whiskey.
Okay.
Just because the lineage and everything that's everybody who's played there and everybody has played there. It's that venue,
Yeah. I mean, the whiskey was definitely up there. It's definitely in the top 5. I mean, I felt like maybe the Concord just because of, it was opening. We were opening for Ministry on New Year's Eve. So it was kind of like a last minute addition. But I mean, just being, asked, it wasn't even us reaching out. It was like being asked to be on that bill. It was just like,
Oh, yeah.
so that
Wow.
experience
That's cool.
is amazing.
Yeah, that's definitely up there too. Al is a sweetheart to us too. So like we got to talk with him for a little bit, and he is nice. So
Yeah.
I know other people have other experiences, but
To each their own.
yeah, he was cool with us. Like he dug us. He was cool. So
They were all cool.
yeah, they were.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, I've been watching you guys. I wish I could make it to more shows, but my life's chaotic as it is too. Definitely plan on seeing you guys very soon. If not, I will come by and cook dinner, which I need to. So is there anything else you'd like to tell the fans? Any sites that can? Oh, you know what? You guys have another thing I wanted to ask you about. Tell us about the Black Flame Cult.
Ah.
What
Black
is the
Flame-
Black Flame Cult?
The Black Flame Cult is our little private page on Facebook. It's more of an interactive type thing where like you go on our regular Facebook page. It's mostly us posting about shows, stuff like that. Where the Black Flame Cult is more we interact with people one-on-one more and just like we share memes and stupid shit, and it's a very
a lot
of shit posting, but it's all fun just to bounce and just talk with other people. And then we actually in the Black Flame Cult we do like sort of some exclusive stuff. So like before anybody else ever finds out, we'll post stuff like when we released this live album, I posted it in the Black Flame Cult thing first. So everybody, you know, it's sort of like everybody gets a sneak peek in there. You know, we've done giveaways in there.
Or yeah, I mean, if we come out with like, you know, came out with some live video from the Whiskey A Go Go show, sent that to the Black Flame Cult first, gave the the fans a taste of what was to come, and let them kind of decide on some stuff. And yeah, some merch ideas we'll throw through as well, and just be like, hey, these are, Black Flame Cult exclusives kind of deal. So
yeah,
definitely worth checking out.
So speaking of
join
your
the cult.
Speaking of your fans, you want to leave them a message?
You go first, Rico. I got nothing.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. I figured
drink the fucking Kool-Aid, all right? Drink the fucking Kool-Aid and join the cult.
I figured if anything, you'd just go, if you're going to be a sinner, be the best sinner on the block.
I mean, I could, but.
All right. What about you, Dave?
Yeah, we'll go with that. Drink the Kool-Aid. Fucking join the cult.
Well, there you go.
So before we end this interview, I always flip it around. You can ask me 2 questions.
Oh, he said me, not us this time. Thank you.
We do one each, Rico. You do a question. I'll do a question.
Sure, you go first this time.
Oh. I didn't have anything. That's why I was having you go first. Fuck. I got nothing. I literally got nothing.
Fuck, I'm trying to think of something like Marry, Fuck, Kill worthy.
There you go. All right, okay, here we go. All right, we're going to do that fucking route. Okay, we're going to play what we call the Walmart game. So are you familiar with the Walmart game?
I know Walmart people. That's about it.
It depends on where you're going, yeah.
Yeah.
So here's the Walmart game. You have to. So Walmart checkers are jaded as fuck. Like they've seen all the weird. Like we've all seen people of Walmart. So I want you to name 3 things, that you will take to the checkout to try and make that fucking cashier just flinch.
Machete. Probably fishing hooks. And a bubble machine.
And a what machine?
Bubble.
It's gotta be 3. It's gotta be things you can find at Walmart. Fran, what you throwing down?
Rope, Kindle, and propane.
What's the second one?
Kindle. Wood.
Oh, kindling. Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay.
I think those are decent. I mean, those are good starters. That's good.
Right.
It can do many, many things.
I would go with like a slip and slide, a box of laxatives, and like gummy bears.
I don't even. It would definitely catch my attention. Be like, okay, now you know what? Before I let you check out, I gotta hear this one. You gotta explain.
Hear that, or you could go really weird, like a trench coat, an Optimus Prime mask, and like a bag of candy. You know.
It's great. I would still want to hear that story.
All right, Rico, your question for him, for them.
So, piggybacking off of that, who do you think's more cheated and why? Walmart employees or therapists?
Wait, what's the question?
Who do you think's more jaded and why? Walmart employees or therapists? They've both
Probably
seen some shit.
Probably
Yeah.
therapists.
Yeah, I would agree with that one. Therapist. Walmart ain't got shit on what those motherfuckers have seen, heard, and just been involved in.
I don't know.
Oh,
Have you
yes.
been into Walmart at 2
We
a.m.?
we actually we actually posed this question to a friend of ours. He's an actual therapist. He's actually the singer of my old band, Proudest Angel. He's actually a licensed therapist, and I asked him, and he actually said the Walmart employees, because they're not paid enough to deal with that shit.
Okay, true.
That's true.
True, but
I was like, all right, well, if Bill says that, if that's what he said, then I have to adhere to that answer, because that's just pretty spot on.
That makes sense, actually. That is too funny. All right, so what forums and pages can everyone find you guys on? Where you sell your merch, anything?
Actually, if you go to, I think it's all my links, is it allourlinks.com/Sinister Fate? Everything, like, if you want to buy our t-shirts, there's a link for that. If you want to buy physical CDs, you can actually, there's a link for that there. We've got, our Facebook, our Instagram.
If you go to the band Facebook page, there's an All My Links link.
Is there? Okay.
Yeah. And you can find everything there, everything from like Spotify, Bandcamp. We got our apparel up there, our Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, all of that. So
we try to make it as easy as possible for people, because when it's like, okay, what sites do you have, or it's like we just say all my links, because then everything is literally there.
Right.
We try to make it as easy as possible for people. But we're on iTunes, we're on Spotify, we're on Amazon, we're on basically all the streaming sites that you could. There's even some that I've never even fucking heard of.
Looks like Amanda posted it. There you go.
Amanda.
Thank you, Amanda, for that, sweetheart. That is awesome. So we got allmylinks.com/Sinister Fates. Guys, thank you so much for making time to join me.
Having us.
I appreciate it. It was fun. Mike, we missed you. We know you'll be back soon. So wherever you may be. Guys, so we love to bring people, but bands back in 6-7 months, see what's been new, what's going on. So much shit can happen in 6 months. So,
oh yeah,
exactly.
Oh god, yeah.
Yeah,
I definitely would like to get you guys on one way or another, and see how fucked up in the head more you are. It's not enough. I love it. You guys do some fun shit, and I love it. And
how far down the rabbit hole do you want to go?
I don't know. I've seen people do that, and that's one of the few things that, of all people, I go, nope, I can't watch. So
trust me, if you want to see how fucked up in the head, we're gonna need more than an hour.
Well, again, you guys, thank you so much for joining me, and
thanks
Rob.
for having us, guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Have a great night, guys.
You too.
Guys have a good night.